personal level, it's very humbling to be here. I look at it as representing all the principals in Kansas, but also our school, our high school, our students, our staff.
It means opportunity. Opportunity to network with those who are all about educating our children to the best of our ability.
I'm honored to be here. You know, I come up with ideas, but the most ideas I've had over the 28 years I've been in this has come from others. You know, you take a little bit here and you take a little bit there, and you come up with something that works for your school. And so I've learned over the years that networking is extremely important.
I'm so excited that we'll be networking. I think that we'll all have that spark, the spark that we want to take chances and do the very best that we can for our kids and to put them on the top as much as we can and give them every opportunity to be the best that they can be in this world.
We are very excited that you are able to join us at the Principals Institute, the 2014 Principal of the Year. As we kick off a 3-day celebration, I want you to pause for a moment, pat yourselves on the back, and understand that you are an example of what it's all about. You should be very proud to be here. You are indeed our nation's finest principals.
Good evening. It's an honor for me to greet you, our State Principals of the Year. Having been a principal, I know that the principalship is a dynamic, challenging, ever-changing profession that requires a very special skill set. We will be celebrating your success as an outstanding principal over the course of the next several days. Each of you has demonstrated excellence in leadership on your campuses and in your community, and we honor you, and we thank you for your contributions to our schools.
These people are all passionate and haven't given up on their systems and are motivated just intrinsically to continue to do wonderful things in education, so that's an honor.
I'm Joyce Rock, and I represent the state of New Mexico, Career Prep High School, but I now live in Oklahoma. And I'm going to go out on a limb and tell you something very personal. I was a high school dropout.
This year, both my children are in school with me and actually doing well with their mother as a principal. But my youngest son did say to his teacher when she asked, what do you think might happen if you're sent to the principal's office? And he said, I would rather be thrown out the window.
I think the thing I've got to share is I didn't go with my wife to prom when we were in high school. We were dating, but I went with someone else. It's complicated, but I'm looking forward to sharing some time with her on Friday all dressed up.
I'm here with my husband, Paul, who is a principal in Taunton, Massachusetts. I have run into many people here today where we say, ooh, what state are you from, and all that. And they all look at my husband and say, what state are you from? I am the principal of the year. Okay? It is not him.
And before getting into teaching, I was a professional water skier at SeaWorld. So if you were at SeaWorld in the late 80s and saw the pirate show or the cat show, you probably saw me.
Oh my gosh, I was laughing. They're so funny, these people. And their personal stories are probably just as great as their professional stories. So it was a great time to get to know people and know that they're just as strong in their personal lives as in their professional.
One of my boys reads all the time, and a good thing, but he reads in math class, reads everywhere. So teachers would tell me, I said, just take his book away. And I remember one night coming up to his room, I'd been on him several times, and you gotta remember this is 6th grader, and I said, Colin, you've been, I heard Miss Mathias say you reading again. He put the book down and just looks at me, he goes, Dad, maybe you should tell your overpaid informants to do what they're paid to do and teach.
It was fun to see that people, no matter what level they're at in an organization, can have a good time, can laugh at themselves, and be able to connect on a personal level.
Joe, come on, Joe.
Come on, Big Daddy.
What state are you from? South Carolina? Kelvin? All right.
And one more time on the red feet.
Our
Our agenda this morning, since you are headed up to Capitol Hill, this is just meant to be kind of a refresher and to go over some of the key points and what we hope will be the message that you all take up on Capitol Hill.
This is a huge opportunity. We're all representing our schools and our states and the voices of our colleagues and the voices, more importantly than that, the voices of our kids.
We really do try and go up to Capitol Hill with sort of a unified voice about what principals care about so that we really are speaking on behalf of all the principals in the country.
Pretty excited. This is my first time ever to come to D.C., and I get to come under these circumstances to visit with our congressmen and senators about school policy.
Representative Clay was wonderful. It was way better than I wanted it to go. I mean, that was really great. I've never even imagined that he would take that much time with us and sit and ask and want to know how our school was and the scores and the achievement. I mean, he was really neat how interested he was, but then how personal he was as well.
I think the importance of the unified voice, what NASSP is bringing up, and to have us here kind of to highlight not just the work that we do, but all the other principals and the teachers and the students. We speak their voice. We bring forward their concerns. We get to represent our peers here at the state level and the national level. And I think that's really what the democratic process is about, making sure the voice gets heard.
It is wonderful to have the one-on-one with our senator and congressman, meeting with their aides and discussing education, and we want to make sure that whatever we leave with, that we've planted some very important information in the minds of who are voting.
The exchange this morning, we've set it up as an opportunity for you guys to learn from each other.
It's always great to have the opportunity to interact with other principals and to be able to share and know that we're not alone in this and that there are plenty of people who are experiencing the same challenges that we are in our schools.
I think it was a great way to break the ice among everybody, to be able to share ideas with people from other states and to get their ideas. I was texting my assistant, idea number 1, let's try this. Idea number 2, let's think about this. She's like, oh wow, that's great. So, you know, we don't always have an opportunity as principals. We kind of live in that school mode, and that's all we know. And when we see and hear things outside, I think it's great for us.
I'm very confident that the principals who are being honored here are truly thankful for an opportunity to serve our nation's children.
I just want to let you know how much you inspire me, how much I appreciate the sacrifices and the commitment you're making to our nation's children. And with your leadership, your hard work, despite all the challenges we face, I'm actually very, very comfortable and confident and hopeful and optimistic about where we're going. Thank you so much for your leadership. Thank you.
Doing something like this, we almost feel guilty from the standpoint, this happens all the time in the business world, but for 3 days to just have people take care of us and honor us, it's something that we'll remember for a lifetime.
It's really an amazing experience, quite honestly. When you go into education, you don't go into it for the awards or those kinds of things. You go into it for the relationships and the chance to make a difference for kids. And I'm honored to represent my school, my state, just feel really proud.
Winston Churchill said, "We make a living by what we get, but we make a life by what we give." You are truly inspirational leaders who have made a life that is all about giving. I congratulate you. I thank you for your contributions you have made and the impact that you would continue to make on our nation's youth.
It's extremely overwhelming. It's very humbling, and it's an incredible opportunity. In my entire professional life, I've never been treated so professionally and valued as an educator.